Hi everyone. As you know, in the last video we have discussed about commutative property. So altogether we have discussed closure and commutative property, and I am going to explain the very next property through this video, that is associative property. And associative property is a totally different property while we are comparing with this closure and commutative property. So let me go to that associative property. So that means I am going to check associative property in rational numbers first. Let me start from rational numbers. That means I am going to check this associative property in rational numbers under each operation: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So as I said, I am going to explain the property name is associativity. The property name is associativity. So I am going to check associativity in rational numbers. Associativity in rational numbers under which operation? Addition. You know how the pattern of checking, isn't it? We need to select the property name first, then under which category of numbers, then under which operation. Let me select associative property. I am going to check in rational numbers, and the first property is addition. So in order to check this associative property, we need three number A, B and C. In closure and commutative property, we just need only two numbers. But whereas in associative property, we need three numbers A, B, C. And these three number A, B and C should be what? Rational numbers. So let me select rational numbers as 1 by 2, some 3 by 4 and minus 1 by 2. Can you choose a negative as a rational number? Yes, of course. See, you can choose instead of 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and minus 1 by 2, you can choose, if you want, you can choose 2, 3, 6, because 2 is a rational number, because 2 we can express as 2 by 1, 3 is a rational number, 3 we can express as 3 by 1, 3 by 1. But I am choosing a little bit difficult example. You know why? If we are capable to solve a difficult question, then we are capable to solve all type of question. See, these are three rational numbers. Any problem? So as I said, in associative property, we need three numbers. And then I need A plus B inside a bracket plus C, and one more thing, I need A plus, and the next thing I need is A plus B plus C. This is the case of associativity. So why this plus came? Because it is under addition. That's why this sign plus came. If it is under subtraction, the plus sign will be changed into minus sign. If it is under multiplication, instead of plus we will give into. But in order to check associativity, I repeat, I told you we need three numbers. How to arrange these three numbers? This is the way of arrange. See, A plus B inside a bracket plus C. That means A plus B will group together, then plus C separate, and here B and C will group together in a bracket, then A is separate. So how you can read it as A plus B plus C? How you can read it as A plus B plus C? When you are reading A and B, you have to read it together. That means A plus B plus C. Then how you can read it? A plus B plus C. So this is the case of associativity. Associativity check ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് അഡീഷണൽ ആണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതണം: A plus B plus C. A plus B ബ്രാക്കറ്റിൽ, പിന്നെ A plus B plus C. ഹിയർ B plus C ആയിരിക്കണം ബ്രാക്കറ്റിൽ. ഇവിടെ ആദ്യത്തെ രണ്ട് ടൈം ബ്രാക്കറ്റിലിടും, രണ്ടാമത്തെ കേസിൽ വരുമ്പം രണ്ടാമത്തെ രണ്ട് ടൈം ബ്രാക്കറ്റിലിടും. എന്നിട്ട് ഇത് നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കും. വി വിൽ കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ദിസ് ആൻഡ് വി വിൽ കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ദിസ് ആൻഡ് വി വിൽ കമ്പയർ ദ റിസൾട്ട്. ഇഫ് ബോത്ത് ആർ ഈക്വൽ, ദെൻ വി വിൽ conclude that is associative. So let me show that. First I need A plus B plus C. So what is A plus? A is 1 by 2 and B is 3 by 4 and C is minus 1 by 2. You just see once again, A plus B is inside the bracket. That's why A is here. Our A is 1 by 2 and B is 3 by 4. I kept in bracket, and C is minus 1 by 2. Is there any problem? No. See, as I told you, A plus B should be in a bracket. C plus C is separate. Now just see, in order to do this, if you want, you can apply cross multiplication. Otherwise LCM method. That means make the denominator same. Here let me apply cross multiplication. Okay. So 1 into 4 is 4 plus 3 into 2 is 6 divided by 2 into 4 is 8. Once again, 1 into 4 is 4 plus, as it is, 2 into 3 is 6, then 2 into 4 is 8. You may understand. Plus, what is remaining? Minus 1 by 2. Once again repeating, a plus b plus c we need. A is 1 by 2 plus b is 3 by 4, then plus c, plus then c is minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. You may understood it. Now just see, it become, what is 4 plus 6? 4 plus 6 is 10. So 10 by 8 plus minus 1 by 2. Isn't it? 10 by 8 plus minus 1 by 2. And if you want, you can reduce 10 by 8. What is 10 by 8? If you reduce by, can you reduce by 2? Why? Because in 10 by 8, numerator is 10, denominator is 8. Is there any common factor for, I'm explaining how we can simplify a fraction, okay. Numerator is 10, denominator is 8. Is there any common factor? Yes, common factor is 2. In 10, how many 2's are there? 5. In 8, how many 2's are there? 4. So we will get what? 5 by 4. You know, this plus and minus, you may understand 5 by 4. This plus and minus will join together and it will be minus. When plus and minus join together, it will be minus and 1 by 2. See, 10 by 8 I reduced by 2. Why? Because in numerator is 10, denominator is 8, common factor is 2. In 10, how many 2? 5. In 8, how many 2? 4. So it becomes 5 by 4. Plus minus join together will be minus, then 1 by 2. Then now 5 by 4 minus 1 by 2 we have to do. And we know how to add, already know how to add two fractions. We already explained in the first few videos. In the first video itself I explained. And this is 5 by 4 minus 1 by 2. You know how to subtract two fractions, isn't it? So here you can apply cross multiplication, otherwise make the denominator as same. So here I am going to make the denominator same. That means I am going to use LCM method instead of cross multiplication. Okay, so here the denominator is 4, here the denominator is 2. I am going to make this 2 as 4. So how I can make this 2 as 4? Just multiply with 2. Here also, since I multiply denominator with the 2, with the same number I have to multiply in the numerator also. You may understood. Now we just see it become 5 by 4 minus, what is 1 into 2? 2. What is 2 into 2? 4. Now just see, now the denominator is same. Since the denominator came same, just write that. And operate the numerator. Consider the numerator. What is this? 5 minus 2. What is 5 minus 2? 3. So we got the answer as 3 by 4. You may understood. Then we need a plus b plus c. Here a is nothing but 1 by 2. We consider like that. Then b is nothing but 3 by 4. And plus c is nothing but minus 1 by 2. You may understood. A, then plus, then b, then plus, then c. Now just see. I forgot to say one thing. You have to give preference to the bracket first. You know. See, if we 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4 ചെയ്തതിന് ശേഷം മാത്രമേ പ്ലസ് മൈനസ് 1 by 2 കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. കാരണം എന്താ, എപ്പോഴും ബ്രാക്കറ്റിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലുള്ളതിന് you must give preference. See, here this thing you must solve first. That's why I consider these two terms first. I consider these two terms first. Why? Because you always give preference to the things inside the bracket. So here also, let me write the first term as it is, because I have to give the preference to the things inside the bracket. I have to solve the things inside the bracket first. Then plus as it is. Now just see, it is 3 by 4 now. When plus minus will join to, when you consider plus minus together, the resultant sign will be minus, then 1 by 2. You may understand. Plus minus will be minus, then 1 by 2 as it is. Now just see, 1 by 2 I have to write as it is, because I have to give preference to the things inside the bracket. Plus, now just see, I have to solve it. How I can solve it? See, it's a fraction. Here the denominator is 4, here the denominator is 2. So let me, if you want, you can cross multiply. Otherwise, make the denominator same. I'm going to make the denominator same. So here, since it is 4, here I am going to multiply with 2, because it is 2 now. So 2 into 2 is become 4. Since I am multiplying here with 2, here also I have to multiply with 2. Now just see it become 3 by 4 minus, what is 1 into 2? 2. What is 2 into 2? 4. You may understood it. Isn't it? So it become 1 by 2 plus, you just see, here the denominator becomes same now. 1 by 2 as it is, plus as it is. Here the denominator becomes same now. Just write that. What is numerator? 3 minus 2. What is 3 minus 2? 1. So answer is C. Answer is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. Still we didn't get the answer. So we have to add this. How we can add this? Make the denominator same. Here the denominator is 4. Just multiply here with the 2. Here with the 2. Since the denominator is 4, I have to make this denominator also 4. Otherwise you can use cross multiplication. Whatever it is. See here, let me use cross multiplication because both method we have to learn, no? So what is 1 into 4? 4. Plus what is 1 into 2? 2. What is 2 into 4? 8. So what is the answer? 4 plus 2 by 8. What is 4 plus 2 by 8? 6 by 8. No? Send it. Can you reduce 6 by 8? Yes, of course. Which is common factor for 6 and 8? 2. So in 6, how many 2s are there? 2. Sorry, 3. In 8, how many 2s are there? 4. You may understood. In 6, which is the common factor for 6 and 8? 2 is a common factor. In 6, how many 2s are there? 3. In 8, how many 2s are there? 4. So answer is 3 by 4. So what we have reached? When I calculate a plus b plus c, I got 3 by 4. When I calculate the next case a plus b plus c, I got again 3 by 4. See, can you say both are equal? Yes, of course. Both result are same. So that means by this example, what we can say? We can easily say that addition is associative in rational number. Why? Because when I calculate a plus b plus c and a plus b plus c, the both result came as equal. That means addition is associative. But still, can you conclude by using this just one example? No, we have to choose one more example and we have to try. With this, see, I told you, if one example is satisfying, we cannot say that it is associative. So we have to try for at least one more example. Then only we can make a general conclusion. So let me choose one more example. So as I told you, since if one example is satisfying, we cannot make a general conclusion. So that means in short, we cannot say that addition is associative. See, in order to say addition is associative, we have to check for at least one more example. We cannot conclude anything by using just one example. So in order to check one more example, let me consider three numbers again, a, b, c. This time let me choose a as sum 1 by 2, b as sum 3 by 2 and c as sum 5 by 2. Any problem? Because 3 are rational numbers. So what we need? Tell me how we can check the associativity under addition. We have to arrange this a, b, c in such a way that a plus b in a group plus c is separate, then a is separate, then b plus c in a group. This is the way. Why this plus came? Because we are checking under addition. Suppose it is multiplication, the plus sign will be changed into multiplication. The group will be same. In the first case, first two numbers should be in same group. In the second case, second two numbers should be in the same group. Okay. And here, what is a plus b plus c? Can you tell me? C 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 in a group plus c is separate, that is 5 by 2. We choose in that way, isn't it? And now you see here the denominator is same. So it is, in order to add two fraction with the denominator same is very simple. Just write the denominator as it is. Add the numerator. What is 1 plus 3? 4. So answer is 4 by 2 plus what is remaining? 5 by 2. So I told you have to consider that you have to solve the things inside the bracket first. Then you can write the next. Then you can consider the next thing. Okay. Then now you just see again the denominator becomes same. How to add two fractions with the denominator same? Just write the denominator as it is. What is 4 plus 5? 9. We got the result as 9 by 2. And how you can calculate the second time? It become 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Now you just see it becomes 1 by 2 plus, you have to consider the bracket first. Bracket, you have to give preference to the bracket. Now you just see denominator is same. Just write that. What is 3 plus 5? 8. Now you just see again denominator came same. See 1 by 2 as it is. Here I got the answer as 8 by 2. No. Now I have to add this 1 by 2 plus 8 by 2. Denominator is same. Just write that. What is 1 plus 8? 9. Answer is 9 by 2. See. While I am choosing another example, still in the second example also, a plus b plus c and a plus b plus c came as equal 9 by 2. Now you can conclude. What you can conclude? You can write a conclusion. What? Addition is associative in rational numbers. Why? Because a plus b plus c and a plus b plus c came equal, 9 by 2, 9 by 2 in the second example also. So you may understood addition. That means we have checked the associativity in rational numbers under addition. Now I am going to check associativity in rational number under the very next operation, that is subtraction. So as always, in order to check associativity, we need three number A, B and C. Let me ask you one question. If it is under closure property, can we need three number? No, we need only two number. If it is under commutativity, if we are going to check commutativity, is there any need of three number? No, only two number is enough. But in the case of associativity, we need three number A, B, C. And what is A? We have to choose A, B, C as rational number. Why? Because we are considering in the case of rational numbers. I explained. We have to consider A, B, C. We have to choose it as rational numbers. So I'm going to select A as some 5 by 10. B as, can I choose A, B as minus 2 by, instead of 5 by 10, let me choose it as some 3 by 10. 3 by 10, and B as minus 2 by 3, and C as some minus 5 by 6. I'm choosing some difficult rational numbers because, as I told you, once you understood the difficult rational numbers, then all the simple things will be more simple, isn't it? That's why I'm choosing like this. And since it is subtraction, what we need? Can you tell me? Can anyone tell me? Yes. I will count down 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, you are right. What you have to calculate? A minus B minus C. Instead of addition, it becomes subtraction, that much only, because it is under subtraction. Then what we need? We need A minus B minus C in bracket, isn't it? So let me calculate it first. So what is that? 3 by 10. What is A? 3 by 10. Then what is next? Minus. Then what I have to write? B. What is B? Minus 2 by 3. Since two minus are coming together, you just separate this term by giving a bracket. That is a rule in maths. Once again I am repeating. Here, what I have to write first? A. What is A? 3 by 10. Because A is 3 by 10, no? And which is the next, very next sign? Minus. See, that minus. Then what I have to write? B. What is B? B is minus 2 by 3. So when I am writing minus 2 by 3, this minus and this minus are coming together. That's why I am going to separate this term with. In order to separate these two minus, just for because of that reason only, I give a bracket here. Is there any problem? For example, suppose if you want to write some minus 2. In order to separate this both minus, let me give a bracket. That much only. That much I did. And now you see, I written A, then minus, then B. Then I have to give, I have to group it by using a bracket. See that bracket, you may understood. Then minus C. See, minus, what is C? C itself, it is minus 5 by 6. Minus 5 by 6. Here also, if you want, you can give a bracket. Why? Because two minus are coming together. You can give a bracket. Otherwise, let it be, no problem. Let it be there as you wish. Now we just see. Under the bracket, what is 3 by 10? See, both minus came together, no? So it become plus. Then what is remaining? 2 by 3. Then both minus came together, no? Again it become plus 5 by 6. You may understood. Now to see, it becomes, this 3 by 10 plus 2 by 3, no? So I'm going to use cross multiplication here, because I can make the denominator same. If you want, you can make the denominator same, otherwise cross multiplication. So I'm going to use cross multiplication here. What is 3 into 3? 9. Plus what is 10 into 2? 20. Divided by what is 10 into 3? 30. Once again, 3 into 3? 9. Plus 10 into 2? 20. By 10 into 3? 30. Plus what? 5 by 6. Any problem? Any problem? No. See, what is 20 plus 9? 29 by 30 plus 5 by 6. You may understood that much. Now we just see here the denominator is 30, here the denominator is 6. Here I am going to use LCM method or making the denominator same. Here otherwise you can use cross multiplication. When you use cross multiplication, the number become very large numbers. That's why I am going to avoid that. Here the denominator is 30, here the denominator is 6. Can you make this 6 as 30? Just multiply with 5. Since I am multiplying here with 5, here also I supposed to multiply with 5. You know that method because we already explained in the beginning videos, isn't it? When we started, we already explained these kind of things. So it become 29 by 30 plus 25 by 30, isn't it? Now both denominator become same. So when the denominator becomes same, just write that and add the numerator. If the operation is addition, then 29 plus 35. What is 29 plus 35? Calculate that. So we got the answer as 54 by 30. Can you reduce 54 by 30? Yes, of course you can reduce 54 by 30. By 6 you can reduce. Why? Because in 54 and 30, 6 is common. In 54, how many 6 are there? 9 6. In 30, how many 6 are there? 5. So answer is 9 by 5. So we got the answer as 9 by 5. So we already solved the first two part. One more part is remaining. Still let me revise it. Let me explain once again. A minus b minus c is the operation. Then I used to write in that way. And since both minus came together, I just given a bracket. Don't confuse in that. Then the first two number should be in a bracket. This is that bracket, outside bracket, and this is the bracket for separate 2 minus, that much only. And 3 by 10. Then since both minus came together, it become plus 2 by 3. Then here both minus came together, it become plus. In that way, then here I used to cross multiplying. So everything is correct. Then I used what LCM method here for a change. Okay, so it become 29 by 30 plus 25 by 30. In that way, got 54 by 30. Then simplification, 9 by 5. We got a minus b minus c as 9 by 5. Then what we need? Then we need a minus b minus c. You know that. What is a? 3 by 10. What is a? 3 by 10. Then what is next? Minus. Then give a bracket. Then what is b? B is minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3. And what is next? What is next? Minus. Then what is next? C. What is C? Minus 5 by 6. And here also, since both minus are coming together, just give a bracket to separate it. Then these both numbers should be in a group. So that bracket I have to close. You not understood, no? If you feel confusion, you can avoid this bracket. Okay. See, A as it is, minus. Then the next two terms should be in a bracket. This is that bracket. See, this is that bracket. And what is the need of this bracket? What is the need of this bracket? Because here see, this sign is this sign. Then what we had to write? C. C is a negative number. So since both minus came together, in order to separate, I just given a bracket. If you want, you can avoid that. If you are feeling confusion, you may understood. If you may understood, isn't it? Next is 3 by 10 minus. I told you have to give preference for the bracket. So that's why I am writing this term as it is, this minus as it is, because I need to give preference here. Under the bracket, it become minus 2 by 3. You know, 2 minus came together, it become plus 5 by 6. Okay. Now you see it become 3 by 10 minus. Under the bracket, we have to solve it first. See, under the bracket, you just see, here the denominator is 6. Here the denominator is 3. Can I make that denominator also as 6? Yes, of course. Just multiply here with 2. Since I am multiplying here with 2, I have to multiply here also with 2. Then what will remain? Can you tell me what will we have? So in the very next step, what we can write? Minus 2 into 2 is minus 4 by 6. Isn't it? 3 into 2 becomes 6 plus 5 by 6. You may understood. You know how to make the denominator same, isn't it? So it becomes 3 by 10 minus. Now just see inside the bracket. See, I told you have to give preference for always the things inside the bracket. That's why I am repeating the same thing here. No change, because I have to calculate this first. That is a rule in maths. Bracket we have to give preference, more preference. Now just see here the denominator becomes same. Just write that. Add the numerator. What is numerator? Minus 4 plus 5. Minus 4 plus 5. What is minus 4 plus 5? 1, no? So answer is 1 by 6. So what we reach now? 3 by 10 minus 1 by 6. Now how we can solve it out? If you want, you can cross multiply. What is 3 into 6? What is 3 into 6? 18. Minus what is 10 into 1? 10. What is 10 into 6? 10 60. So answer is 8 by 60. When it reduce, which is a common factor for 8 and 60? 8 and 60 is, which is common factor? I think 4 is a common factor, isn't it? So 4 is a common factor for 8 and 60. In 8, how many 4s are there? 2 4. And in 6, how many 4s are there? 1 4s are 4. Remainder is 2. So it becomes 25 4s are there. 20. So answer is 2 by 15. Once again, let me show how we can simplify 8 by 60. Maybe some students maybe feel some doubts. Which is common here? 4 is common in 8 and 60. In 8, how many 4s are there? 2. In 6, is there any 4? Yes, 1 4s are 4. Remainder is 5, 6, 2. 1 4s are 4. We need to get 6 actually. So remainder is 1 4s are 4, no? So 5, 6, 2. That 2 and this 0 will join together and become form 20. In 20, how many 4s are there? 5. So that's it, become 2 by 15. 2 by 15. So here we got it as 2 by 15. In the first case, I got the result as 9. See, when I calculate a minus b minus c, I got the result as 9 by 5. And when I calculate the second case, a minus b minus c, I got the result as 2 by 15. Can you say both are equal? No, both are totally different. Then what we in by one example itself, very first example itself, it is spoiling. It is not satisfying. We only did only one example. That example itself, it is not satisfying. So which conclusion we can reach now? So is there any need to do one more example? No, because one example is, it is spoiling. You have to always think for any, is there, you must always think, is there exist any one example that's spoiling? Suppose if it is satisfying, you have to think for one more example. If any other example is spoiling or not. Here the first example itself, it is spoiling. That means we can easily conclude that subtraction is not associative in rational numbers. Subtraction is not associative in rational numbers. So you may understood subtraction also. And now let us move to multiplication. So let me explain very fast. We need 3 number ABC. Multiplication is very simple. We need 3 number ABC. Let me select 3 number ABC as 1 by 2, some 3 by 2 and 6 by 7. Any problem? No problem. Then what we need, we have to calculate A into B. Tell me. Into C. A into B should be in a group, isn't it? Then we need A into B into C. Here B into C should be in a group. Why? The sign become multiplication, because we are checking under multiplication. Okay. Then 3 number should be, of course it is rational numbers. And see, it become 1 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 6 by 7, isn't it? Then consider the things in the bracket. It is not addition, subtraction, so no need of cross multiplication and all. It is just pure multiplication. So multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. That was the rule we used, isn't it? So 1 into 3 is 3, 2 into 2 is 4, then into 6 by 7 is remaining. See, what is 3 into 6? 18. And what is 4 into 7? 28. Finished. And here, what is A into B into C? 1 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 6 by 7 should be in one group, isn't it? And here also it is very simple. We have to write this 1 by 2 as it is into, then we have to give preference for this. What is the answer? 3 into 6 is 18, 2 into 7 is 14. Why? Because it is multiplication. Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. That was a rule. So now it is, see, again multiplication. How to multiply two fractions? Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. It become 18 by 28. Now you just see the result, both are same. But can you finalize the conclusion by using just this example? No, we have to go for one more example. And that example, one more example, you have to try yourself. Anyway, for how much example you are going to consider, for any example, the multiplication should be associative. Because we will get A into B into C and A into B into C as always equal. You have to do one more example as homework. I am leaving that for you because it is very simple. And you can, after that you can write conclusion, multiplication is associative in rational numbers. Okay. Now let us move to the next operation, the most important operation, that is division. The next operation is division. Since it is division, let me choose A, B, C as three different rational number. Like I'm going to consider A as some 6 by 7, B as some minus 2 by 3, and C as some minus 5 by 6. Any problem? No problem, because 6 by 7 minus 2 by 3 and 5 minus 5 by 6 all are rational numbers. And what we need, can anyone tell me? A divided by B divided by C. These two numbers should be in one group, isn't it? Then the very next step, we need A divided by B divided by C in another group. That is next case. And why this operation become division? Because we have to check under division, that's why it become division. Okay. And what is A? 6 by 7 divided by, what is B? Minus 2 by 3. That should be in one group. Divided by C. What is C? Minus 5 by 6. See, same thing I have written in this way. Any problem? No problem. Then now just see, I told you we have to give preference for the things inside the bracket. At that time we can consider the next term, we can rewrite the next term as it is. We have to give preference for the operation in the bracket. Okay, so let us consider the bracket term first. Now just see 6 by 7, how this is the operation division. You know how to divide two fraction. Write the first fraction as it is. Division will be changed into multiplication. Take the reciprocal. In order to divide two fraction, we can multiply with the reciprocal of the second fraction. I am repeating, in order to divide, instead of dividing two fraction, you can multiply with the reciprocal. That means first fraction as always it is same, 6 by 7 as it is. Division will be changed into multiplication. At that time you can take the reciprocal of minus 2 by 3, that is nothing but 3 by minus 2, and divided by minus 5 by 6 as it is. Listen, 6 by 7 as it is, division will be into minus 2 by 3, so reciprocal is 3 by minus 2. And now we just see it become inside the bracket what we will get. But is, since it is multiplication, you know how to multiply two fraction. Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. It becomes 6 into 3 is 18, 7 into 2 is minus 14, divided by minus 5 by 6. You may understood. Any problem? 6 into 3 is 18, 7 into minus 2 is minus 14, divided by minus 5 by 6. Again 18 by minus 14 as it is. 18 by minus 14 as it is. This division will be changed into multiplication. Minus 5 by 6 reciprocal is 6 by minus 5. Now we just see, then what we can do? Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. What is 18 into 6? What is minus 14 into minus 5? Do it. So we got the result as 108 by 70. 18 into 6 is 108, minus 14 into minus 5. When you multiply both minus, that will be plus. 14 into 5 is 70. Can you reduce it by any number? Yes, of course you can reduce. You can reduce by 2, because 2 is common factor for both numerator and denominator. So how you can reduce? Listen, in 10 how many 2's are there? 5. Over. In 8 how many 2's are there? 4. So answer is 54. In 10 5 2's, in 8 4 2's, so 54, divided by, in 7 how many 2's are there? 3 2's are 6, no? Then remainder is 1. That 1 and 0 will be 10. In 10 how many 2? 5. Answer will be 35. So answer will be 54 by 35. That means when we consider the first case, A divided by B divided by C, you can read it as A divided by B divided by C. When you read, you have to read A divided by B together. Why? Because A and B are in one group. So A divided by B divided by C. We got it as 54 by 35. Then one more case is there. What is that? A divided by B divided by C. Let me calculate that also. So A divided by B divided by C, we got it as 54 by 35. And next is A divided by B divided by C. And now just see. So it becomes 6 by 7 divided by, inside the bracket it becomes minus 2 by 3 divided by minus 5 by 6. See, my 6 by 7 divided by minus 2 by 3 divided by minus 5 by 6, isn't it? See 6 by 7 as it is. As I told you, you have to give preference for the things inside the bracket. All the other time you can rewrite as it is. See, here inside the bracket it become minus 2 by 3. Division will be, tell me, into minus 5 by 6. Reciprocal is 6 by minus 5. You may understand. Any problem? No. Now just see, it becomes 6 by 7 divided by what is minus 2 into 6? Minus 12. What is 3 into minus 5? Minus 15. Any problem? No. Now just see 6 by 7. This division sign will be into, because 6 by 7 divided by another fraction. 6 by 7 division sign will be into, and take the reciprocal of minus 12 by 15. What is that? Minus 15 by minus 12. You may understood. Once again I am repeating, not finished. Let me repeat once again for better understanding. See, you may understood it well. And 6 by 7 divided by things inside the bracket, you have to give preference first. That means minus 2 by 3 as it is. Division sign will be changed into multiplication. Minus 5 by 6 reciprocal is 6 by minus 5. First time as it is, division as it is. In the next time you can now since it is multiplication, you know how to multiply two fractions. Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. Minus 2 into 6 is minus 12. 3 into minus 5 is minus 15. Any problem? No. So we have reached this much. Then 6 by 7 division sign will be multiplication. Minus 12 by minus 15 inverse is reciprocal is minus 15 by minus 12. Now you just see, then it is multiplication. You know how to multiply two fraction. Just before that, is there any simplification process, possible? Yes. Here in the second fraction we can simplify. By which number I can simplify? Anyway, this minus and minus will get cancelled. Sure. Then is there any common factor for 15 and 12? Yes, 3 is a common factor. In 15 how many 3's are there? 5. In 12 how many 3's are there? 4. So answer will be 6 by 7 into 5 by 4. Now we can multiply the numerator denominator. 6 into 5 is 30. 7 into 4 is 28. We got it as 30 by 28. So you may understood, when we simplified a divided by b divided by c, we got 54 by 35. When we simplified a divided b divided by c, we got 30 by 28. Can you say 54 by 35 and 30 by 28 are equal? See, 30 by 28 is like we can reduce it. So 30 by 28 we can reduce it by 2. What is in 30 how many 2's are there? 15. 28 14. Now it is 15 by 14. It is correct answer. 30 by 28 we can reduce by 2. It become 15 by 14. See, it is 54 by 35. It is 15 by 14. Can you say that both are equal? No, both are different. That means a divided by b divided by c and a divided by b divided by c came as different. So in the first example itself it is spoiling. So do I need to take one more example? No, because from the first example itself it is spoiling. That means there exists at least this type of an example that is spoiling. That means division is not associative. You can conclude in that way, because very first example itself is not satisfying. If you found any example not satisfying, then no need to go for any other example. If you're finding the first example as satisfying, then you have to go for the next example. Why? Because you always make sure that there exists any example that's spoiling. We have to give preference for that. Is there exist any example that's spoiling the property? That means division is not associated here. So you may understood that how to check this associativity in rational numbers. And once you understood how to check associativity in rational numbers, then it is very, very, very simple to check this associativity in other branch of numbers like natural numbers, integers and whole numbers. Can you say why? Because rational numbers is the little bit difficult numbers. If you know how to solve in rational numbers, then the remaining numbers are very simple. So what I am going to do is, let me give you have to check this associativity in natural numbers and whole numbers as homework. Okay, what you have to do, you have to check this associativity in natural numbers and whole numbers as homework. So how to check associativity in natural number? In order to check associativity in natural numbers, write associativity, then write natural numbers, take each operation, and what all those things we did in rational numbers you have to do with the natural numbers, isn't it? And the same case in what all numbers also. Then I'm going to check now associativity in integers. Okay, so associativity in integers, let me choose the first operation, addition. So tell me how we can check associativity in integers under addition. Tell me, think. Okay, so we need three number A, B, C, and that three numbers should be what? Integers. Can I select A as minus 2? Of course minus 2 is an integer. Can I select A, B as minus 3? Of course minus 3 is an integer. It has 4. Yes, of course 4 is an integer. Then what we need? Tell me. A plus B. Is it enough? No. A plus B plus C. Is it enough? No. You have to give it a bracket. Calculate it. Then what? A plus B plus C. I think you are on the track. Okay, then start the engine and go. Start the journey. Tell me. Minus 2 plus minus 3 plus 4. If you earn it out, A, what is A? Minus 2. Then plus. Then what is B? B is minus 3. Then after that, give a bracket. Then plus C. Then what is minus 2 plus minus 3? Minus 5 plus 4. Then what is minus 5 plus 4? Answer is minus 1. You may understand. Find the difference and give the bigger number sign. How to add a negative number and a positive number? Difference is 1 and give the bigger number sign. Bigger number is 5, its sign is minus 1. And what is A plus B plus C now? Minus 2 plus minus 3 plus 4. You may understood, isn't it? So it become minus 2 plus, give preference to the things inside the bracket. What is minus 3 plus 4? 1. What is minus 2 plus 1? What is minus 2 plus 1? Find the difference. What is minus 3 plus 4? 1. How you got that? Difference is 1. Bigger number is 4. Its sign is plus. That's why it become plus 1. So and now we have to calculate minus 2 plus 1. What is minus 2 plus 1? Again, find the difference. Difference is 1. Bigger number is 2. Its sign is minus. So answer is minus 1. Now we just see A plus B plus C and A plus B plus C came as equal. Then can you conclude that it is addition is associative? No, with one example we cannot conclude. Let us go for one more example. Then that's your duty to select one more example. Can you do it as homework? Yes, very good. You have to do it as homework. That means you can choose one more example. That example also will satisfy. Sure. So sure, when you take one more example, when you calculate A plus B plus C and A plus B plus C, that also will obey. That means we can conclude that addition is associative in integers. What is the conclusion? After writing one more example, you can conclude that addition is associative in integers. Now it is the time to check associativity in integers under the very next operation, subtraction. So let me select three integers, A as 5, B as some 2, C as some minus 1. Any problem? Because 3 are integers. We need what? Tell me. A minus B minus C. It is sufficient? No. We have to give a bracket. Then what we need? A minus B minus C. You may understood, isn't it? Tell me, what is A here? 5. Minus B here? 2. Then minus what is C? Minus 1. You may understood. A is 5 minus 2. Just give a bracket. Then minus C we had right. That is minus 1. You may understood. And since both minus are coming together, you can give a bracket. When you give a bracket, if you are feeling confusion, you can avoid that. What I have to do? A minus B is there, minus C is minus 1. So when same sign are coming together, you may understood. See, A is 5, B, and then see A minus B, 5 minus 2. Then close the bracket, closed. Then minus C, then minus is there. And what is C? Minus 1. You may understood. And actually we have to give a bracket. If that bracket is creating any confusion, you can avoid that. Okay. Then what is 5 minus 2? 3. When both minus come together, it become plus. 3 plus 1, it become 4. You may understood. And here what is a minus b minus c? 5 minus what is b? 2 minus what is c? Minus 1. C, listen once again. A 5 minus as it is, then bracket b, what is b? 2, then again give a minus. Once again, are you following me? B 2, then this minus, see this minus is this minus, then we had write c. What is c? Minus 1. C itself it is minus 1. Now you just see it become 5 minus, under the bracket 2 minus minus 1 become 2 plus 1, no? So that is 5 minus 3. What is 5 minus 3? 2. Listen. That means when I calculate a minus b minus c, I got it as 4. When I calculate a minus b minus c, I got it as 2. That means both are different. That means first example itself it is spoiling. So do I need to take the next example? No, because we got one example, it is spoiling. So no need to go for any other example. We can easily conclude that subtraction is not associative in integers. Why I am focusing the mobile phone like this? Because if you want for any clarification, you can clear it now, right now. So the next is multiplication. So in order to check whether multiplication is associative or not, we need 3 integers. So let me select 2, 3 and minus 1. Then what we need? A into b into c we need, then a into b into c also we need, because it is multiplication. So all operation will be into. It become 2 into 3 into minus 1, isn't it? What is 2 into 3? 6. 6 into minus 1. What is that? Minus 6. Multiplication is very simple. A into b into c. It become 2 into 3 into minus 1. So it become 2 into, what is 3 into minus 1? Minus 3. What is 2 into minus 3? Minus 6. You know which all concepts we used here. In order to multiply a negative number and positive number, the answer will be negative. Just multiply. In order to, when you multiply a negative and negative, the answer will be plus. That much only. And see, we got the a into b into c, and a into b into c as same. Isn't it? Once again I am explaining. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into minus 1 is minus 6. Because 6 into 1 is 6, just give a minus, because this is a positive number. This is equal to, this is a positive number and this is a negative number. With when you multiply positive and negative, sign will be negative. Just multiply the number. 6 into 1 is 6. And here also 2 into 3 into minus 1. What is that? 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. How you got 3 into minus 1 as minus 3? Tell me. Because 3 into 1 is 3, no? Then it is plus, it is minus. So it sign will be minus in that way. Then 2 into minus 3 will be minus 6. Why? Because 2 into 3 is 6. Plus into minus will be minus. So anyway, we got it as same, but with only one example we cannot conclude. We have to go for one more example. That is your homework. You just try one more example. Anyway, how many examples you are doing, you will get both as same. That means you can conclude that multiplication is associative in integers. And the last but not least, the most important operation, division. Okay. So in order to check division, but we know how to divide. We already checked division in rational number, so it is going to be very easy for us. Let me select 3, b as minus 2, c as some 6. Let me select some difficult example like this. Okay, as I said, if you know how to do a difficult example, then the simple example will be more simple for us. So we have to check a divided by b divided by c first, isn't it? Yes. What is a? 3 divided by, what is next one? Minus 2 inside the bracket, divide by 6. You may understood. Now you just see, in order to do this, what I am going to do is this 3 as it is, this divided by this type. Any problem? No. 3 divided by minus 2, in this way also we can write 3 divided by minus 2. Then give a bracket, then minus 6. Can I write 6 as 6 by 1? Yes. Why I am doing like this? Because now you just see, this is a fraction, this is also a fraction. You know how to divide two fraction, multiply with the reciprocal. That kind of idea we can use. Once again, 3 divided by minus 2 I can replace by 3 divided by minus 2. Division sign as it is. 6 I can write it as what? Since there is no denominator, I can write it as 6 by 1. No? Any problem? No. Now we just see, we can in the very next step we can write it as 3 by minus 2. This division will be into 6 by 1 will be 1 by 6. You know how to divide two fraction, just multiply with the reciprocal. That property I used here. So now we just see, what is 3 into 1? 3. What is minus 2 into 6? Minus 12. You can cancel. Which is common in both numerator and denominator? Think. Which is common in both numerator and denominator? 3 is common, no? In 3 how many 3? 1. In 12 how many 3? 4. Answer will be 1 by minus 4. 1 by minus 4. Keep it like that. Once again, you just see step by step. 3 divided by minus 2, I can write it as 3 divided by minus 2. Division sign as it is. 6 I can replace by 6 by 1, because if there is no denominator, I can replace, I can give denominator 1. You know, 3 divided by minus 2, then division sign will be into, then take the reciprocal of 6 by 1, that is 1 by 6. So then since it is, you know, since it is a fraction, it is another fraction, you know how to multiply two fraction. 3 into 1 is 3, minus 2 into 6 is minus 12. When you reduce it, it become 1 by minus 4. You may understood. Now we have to calculate A divided by B divided by C. That means 3 divided by minus 2 divided by 6. Isn't it? 3 divided by minus 2 divided by 6. Any problem? No. Now just see, can I write it as 3 divided by minus 2 by 6? Can I replace as minus 2 by 6? Any problem? Once again, this wire is creating many problem. I cannot cut this wire because this is my charger. I connected a charger also while I am shooting this video, because charge is decreasing, that's why. 3 divided by, you may understood this much, A divided by B divided by C. See, listen, A divided by B divided by C in a bracket, then 3 divided by as it is. You have to give preference for the things inside the bracket. Minus 2 divided by 6, I can write what? Minus 2 by 6. Any problem? No. Now just see, this 3, can I write it as 3 by 1? Of course. Divide by minus 2 by 6 as it is. Any problem? 3 by 1 divided by minus 2 by 6. Now we can multiply with the reciprocal. 3 by 1 into what is the reciprocal of minus 2 by 6? 6 by minus 2. 6 by minus 2. What is the answer? 3 into 6 is 18. 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. What is the result? What is 18 by minus 2? Can you cancel with any number? Is there any common factor for 18 and 2? Yes. Which is common factor? 2 is common, no? In 2 how many 2? 1. In 18 how many 2? 9. So which is the answer? Which is the answer? Let me write the answer here. 9 by minus 1. Once again, see, 3 divided by 2 minus 2 divided by 6 is the question. So I can write it as 3 divided by minus 2 by 6, no problem. So 3 I can replace by 3 by 1, no problem. Divided by minus 2 by 6 as it is. Now in the very next step, I can convert this division sign into multiplication. At that time, you have to take the reciprocal of the second. Then you know how to multiply two fraction. 3 into 6 is 18. 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. 18 by minus 2. You can numerator is 18, denominator is 2. And is there any common factor for numerator and denominator? Yes, 2 is common. So you can cancel by 2. So 9 by minus 1. What is 9 by minus 1? Answer is minus 9. You can ask me why. You know what is 9 by 1? 9 by 1 is 9, and just give a minus, because you know, in order to divide a positive number with a negative number, answer will be negative. So 9 by, in order to divide 9 by minus 1, what is 9 by 1? 9, and just give a minus. That much only. Answer is minus 9. Now just see, when we calculated A divided by B divided by C, I got it as 1 by minus 4. When I calculate the next portion, I got it as minus 9. Can you say both are equal? No, both are different. First example itself, it is spoiling. That means division is not associative. And as I told you, we are now just now we have discussed about how to check associative property in integers and rational numbers also we discussed. That means I think we have discussed about two difficult category of numbers, and only two simple categories remaining. That is nothing but natural numbers and whole numbers. It is very simple to check, so it is your duty to check. As I told you, you have to do it as homework. In the same way how we did in rational numbers and integers, in the same way, step by step, you have to do that. And all after you can fill this table. See, can you see a table here? See rational numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. See, this is your table. See, this is your table. Here property name is commutative. That means that rational numbers are property is commutative. Addition, rational numbers are commutative in addition. That's why it is written as S. And we know that and integers are see, we found that commutative property is satisfying in rational numbers under addition. Yes, but sorry, that table was for commutativity. Sorry, it's my mistake. We have to fill a table all after. What all the things we have discussed in the whiteboard. You have to write all the things. Then afterwards, you have to do that homework question. Homework question means you have to check under natural numbers and whole numbers. All after you have to fill this table. That means here the property name is associative. That means that rational numbers, we found that rational numbers satisfying associative property under addition. So here you can write yes, but rational numbers are not satisfying associative property under subtraction. So here you have to write no, but multiplication is satisfying. So here you can write yes, but division is not satisfying. That's why it become no. And this is your table. See this table properly. This table is very clear, isn't it? And now you just see and answer also I'm showing. So afterwards you can check the answers. So I'm going to wind up this video session. Have a nice day and stay safe in the sense, when you go out, when you interact with someone, you have to wear a mask. Please stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good day.